Welcome to all of you. Now we can all mute it. Then we will start with the thing. There is Karma Yoga is the topic today. So few aspects of the previous class we will discuss. That is like a summary, as well as it is required for Karma Yoga also. So one or two points of last class, 40 points, more than 40 points, 40 qualifications. So that Nityam cha samachittatvam ishta anishto upapattishu. So that will be explained in Karma Yoga. That is equanimity towards the results of actions. Then if last class one apaisunam, if that is not explained, this word is a very unheard word mostly. Apaisunam is about exaggerating somebody's weakness or some negative quality and making a propaganda. That is also to be stopped. See, these 40 qualities, please don't take it lightly, because they are all very important and told by Lord Krishna. So sadhana or practice or implementation, all are with respect to the eligibilities, qualification, prerequisites and preparation. So again you can go through the qualities, eligibilities point by point and increase your conformity to the maximum. It is very important. 50% Karma Yoga means 50% other things. They both are complementing each other, supplementing. So now what I was thinking to tell, these 40 qualities, if anything is not clear, you can ask me, or you can go through the notes which we are attaching to the we are uploading one by one. Up to 5 is uploaded, I think 6 will be uploaded. That is why 6 was not uploaded. That is why I sent that WhatsApp message explaining all these more than 40 qualities of the 13th chapter, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 18th chapter you have to be little bit number conscious, because one sloka was added by some acharyas. So it may be 7 to 11 or 8 to 12. Then 16th chapter 1, 2, 3 and 4 is to be avoided qualities. Again go through them and improve your conformity if you want to get benefits of self-knowledge. Increase the conformity means I can give you some idea. See, if you yourself evaluate yourself, don't evaluate other person, you evaluate yourself. Yeah, one amanitvam. I am 100%, I conform to this. You can put 100 marks. So like that you estimate or evaluate, validate your qualification, you evaluate yourself to your satisfaction. Then how to judge? To my idea or my suggestion is that all the qualities should be minimum 50%, minimum 50% satisfaction to yourself, and then average should be more than 75%. That is sufficient. You need not confirm 100%. Okay, so this is the idea I can give you. Every qualification should be minimum 50%. That's what, not only average, only don't take the average, every quality. So very subtle qualities are there. That is bhakti. My janani yogena bhakti avyabhicharini. Unconditional devotion. There some problem. Many people ask God. So that should not be there. That you cannot have 75%. If it is 30%, you evaluate yourself in how many prayers you are doing. In 10 prayers, in how many prayers you are asking God. If 5 times you are asking, then 50%. If you are asking in all the time, then it is not sufficient, 0%. No? So that way you evaluate your own evaluating system. Then every quality should have more than 50% and average more than 75%. And then if it is not sufficient, you implement, practice and improve by abhyasa, repetition. And deliberately you have to bring the qualities to your life, in your life. And the another quality is that Vivikta Desha Sevitvam. That is, you should not be feeling lonely when nobody is there, and you should not feel aversion to people. Many of you may not have aversion to people, but many of them have problem to be alone. So there it is, if not sufficient, you have to improve your qualification by remaining alone. Bring that quality. And another thing that is most difficult thing, over attachment with possession, over attachment with transaction, over attachment with relationships, and over attachment with families. Over attachment is getting hooked. There most of you may not pass. Very, very delicate quality. So there, and over attachment, and then many people are getting identified with these things, getting identified with the possession, transaction, obligation and family. That is the worst. If you are identified with your family, it is almost zero. Never get identified. Over attachment means 20-30. Attachment means 40. Affection means 50. Love means 70% you are confirming. So that way, bring that attachment to affection to love. So that is the most delicate area. Acharya Upasanam, that is telling, that is having faith, trust, hope in the subject and those things. So here that is giving this validation, or this one, no, that is Shastra's teaching the sixth pramana. Sight is there, listening is there, like that. If you give it, that is what in Acharya Upasanam, that is both are coming. That is anyway, I am enjoying the benefits. So if you copy some of my these thing qualities also okay. Otherwise, you try to get to know how I am. That is, I am getting myself getting benefits. Then why? When the teacher is getting benefit, when Jayakumar is getting benefit, why can't I? That kind of thing. Because I was telling my family also, that is, this is the one which gives the highest benefit in any circumstances. Corona will come, go, something else will come, economic crisis will come, go, those things will be coming and going. But you cannot have insulation from any of the materialistic subject, or with finance, or with relationships and everything. They are all required, but they cannot give 100% security guarantee. Only one thing which can give this knowledge in any circumstances. That is one part of the benefit. Another part of the benefit I was sharing with my family, the fullness. Fullness which can give you? Nothing in the creation. Praying God, if you go on pray God, God may give you what you want, but that may not be correct thing you are asking. So anything more than prayer is there means this is the one. But for this one, admission of God is required, accepting God is required. Today we will discuss about the presence of the Almighty God also, and the importance of that in Karma Yoga. After defining Karma Yoga, analyzing Karma, analyzing Yoga, all these things we will do. And these are all a part of tapping or deserving God's grace. So I was telling Swami Paramatma, I was telling about tapping and deserving. So I extended this meaning to our classes. Deserving God's grace and tapping God's grace. God is impartial. It is coming in Bhagavad Gita. We will discuss. I don't know which class. Maybe 9th class or 8th class. Jiva Jagat Ishvara, God's glories and everything. Samatva means impartial. When God is impartial, His grace should be available to everyone. So tapping and deserving. Deserving cases will be able to understand this subject provided they take interest. But those who don't deserve, they can tap. How to tap? Increase the qualities which circulated in the WhatsApp, Amanitvam, etc. Then Abhayam Sattva Samsiddhi. So those things is for tapping. Deserving is previous Janmas Punya. So previous Janmas Punya means you should be able to understand this subject because you are taking interest. If you are not able to understand, that Punya may be less, there is a provision for tapping. Tapping, you increase the qualification and put Karma Yoga also in your life. Karma Yoga principle you try to implement up to 90%. So we will be discussing about Karma Yoga. For Karma Yoga, you have to means 100% accept the presence of Ishvara. We call Ishvara. Ishvara means nothing to do with one God. Okay, not Lord Shiva alone, not Lord Vishnu alone, or not Devi alone. It's a principle. So we will be discussing the proof of proof means what? Just discuss and tell you all of you all, because it is 100% accepting there's an intelligence principle. So that will come in this one when we take up the Karma Yoga sloka. At the time we will put it. Now we will go into the sloka. First sloka is just analyzing an action. So we will be going very deeper. Okay, karma and yoga. So yoga is attitude behind the action, the right attitude, right action. So we will analyze the action, but when we go into the Karma Yoga, we will be seeing the yoga attitude in the results of the action. But anyway, results are a part of action, effect of the action. So what Bhagavad Gita tells about action, it is there in one or two slokas, very simple sloka. It is there in 18th chapter, 18th sloka. Then we will come back to 15, 14 like that. So okay, so 18th chapter, 18th sloka will start.
Jnananjneyam parijñāta trividha karma chodana karanam karma karteti trividha karma sangraha.
Chapter 18, verse 18. Knowledge, that is, the thought corresponding to an object, the object of knowledge, and the knower are the threefold impellers of action. The means of doing, that is, instrument, the object of the action, and the agent are the threefold constituents of action. That's the translation.
See, I think I have told when after losing the sight and coming out of my job, I was doing Karma Yoga without my knowledge. So at that time I was giving so much importance to this sloka. Otherwise this sloka is not usually shared because I was using it for my activities. Because it is telling, it was appearing to me because I have adopted my own, one more sloka I told you, it changed that my life, that is turning point, that also will come today. Now this, it appeared to me that in a project what all the things are important, action. It is telling like that only. Jnanam, Jneyam, Parijñāta, Trividha, Karma Chodana. Karanam, Karma Karte iti, Trividha, Karma Sangraha. Karma Chodana means impeller, which motivate the action. So, Jnanam, Jneyam, Parijñāta means thought, the object, and the knower. So, if we take an example, it will be little easier. So, tomorrow's menu, if you think, sambar. The sambar thought comes because you already tasted. Then jnanam, nyayam, the particular item and its knowledge. So first the sambar thought, then okay, how much quantity, what all things are required, vegetables, more deeper about the object. First thought, then deeper about the object. Object here is item. These two things are possible provided there is a knower. K-N-O-W-E-R. That is there only for living beings. Especially we discuss about human beings. You will consider human beings. Because you know, computer cannot ask any eating item and everything. So it doesn't have the knower. So, knower is the thing. Then this thought comes. Then the means more information about the item. These three things are impeller, motivate. Because this is not only for an item, it is for any project. I was doing in consumer oriented distribution system, ECOTS. So I will be planning for next week's project, which explained everything. So I was using this slogan. Analyze that place, what all the items are there, how is the apartment. So like that, lot of things that I don't want to bring too much. So this slogan is analyzing the action. A part, motivation. Then next part is components, constituents of the action. Karanam, karma, karta. These three things are components. Jnanam, nyayam, parijnata is impeller. Now, that is karanam, karma, kartedi. Instruments of knowledge. Instrument, what are the instruments involved in making the sambar? Instruments means what? Whatever you want, knife also instrument, cutting vegetable and everything, hands and everything. Yeah, this is telling about the karma indriya, jnana indriya. Okay. So, hands, eyesight is required. I cannot make sambar. Eyesight is also required. Listening may not be, hearing may not be. So, eyesight, hands, legs and everything you have to. So, then karma. The cooking karma as well as cutting karma. So, karanam, karma and the doership. Credit, taking the credit or taking the blame. That is tasty or it is the taking the responsibility. Means the cooking person. The cooking person should have all these things. Cooking is the action. So these are all just an analysis of the action. So this much is sufficient about this sloga. Then we will go to the combination of next two slogas. 14 and 15 will be in ulta form. 15 and 14 because it is more easy to understand. So 15 and 14 we will play. Then together we will discuss.
शरीरवाङ्मनोभिरीयत् कर्म प्रारभते नरः न्यायं वा विपरीतं वा पञ्चैते तस्य हेतवः.
Chapter 18, verse 15. That karma, whether proper or the opposite, that is improper, which a man undertakes with body, speech or mind, has these 5 causes. That's the translation.
One more sloka.
अधिष्ठानं तथा कर्ता करणं च पृथग्विधम् विविधाश्च पृथक् चेष्टा दैवं चैवात्र पञ्चमम्.
Chapter 18, verse 14. They are, that is the physical body, the agent, the manifold means, that is of action, the distinct and diverse activities of the pranas, and indeed Daiva, that is the presiding deities, is the 5th here. That's the translation.
Pause. Now further analysis of the action. Here action means not only physical action, three types of action: mental, verbal and physical. These three types of action. Then results are also three types: desirable result, undesirable result and mixture of desirable undesirable. Because if you have to go to far away distance and get an item, you have to take the pain and get the item. Then mixed desirable, undesirable is going rushing and everything all the time. So anyway, this is the three types of desirable, undesirable and mixture, and also three types of these things. And two kinds: proper, improper action also. This is the action analysis. Afterwards in the karma yoga it will come improper actions, you have to ban prohibited action, nishedha karma. So but this is the analysis. These are all there. That is proper, improper, three types and three kinds of actions. Then other sloka, five things, So what are the factors of action? How much analysis is done in Bhagavad Gita, you see, about the action. Factors. Adhishtanam tada karta karanam cha pradakvidam vividascha pradaksheshta daivam chaivadra panjamam. Here for the action, body, adhishtanam, where everything is sustained. Sushma Sharira, subtle body cannot do actions. So subtle body makes this Sthula Sarira. So Sarira. Then the doer, the most crucial thing, which is the center of the ego, then free will, they are all centered in doer. Adhishtanam tada karta. That is, karta is the one of the most highly precipitated strong notion. So till last moment it will be there. Till the soul is there, it will be there. So Adhishtanam tada karta karanam. Karanam again instruments of action, senses, jnanendriyas, karmendriyas. Then Panja Prana. See, without energy, these sense organs, both jnanendriya, karmendriya, they cannot work. So Panja Prana is also a part. Body, then doer, then indriyas, then prana. Then finally, Daivam Chaivadra Panjam. See, Jnanendriyas and Karmendriyas, they have got Devatas. This is the one difference between our Vedanta simplified class and this class. There we were giving more importance. That's also totally based on Upanishads, Bhagavad Gita. But just for discussion purpose, I was giving more importance to logic and science. Here it is different. You have to listen, you have to accept Devatas and Overlord, Ishwar. So we will just have some logical discussion about God and Devatas. Devatas means each Indriya has got a Devata. For example, for hands, Indra. For eyes, Surya. Like that, Devata is there. So, here, what is the role of Devata? See, in the body, we are having this one, that is body parts, eyeballs, ear. So, we take eyeball. So, in the sight, many things are involved. For me, eyeballs are there, but I cannot see. So, Devada's blessing is withdrawn because of karma. So, the Devada's role is giving the blessings and withdrawing as per the karma. So, karma has to operate, no? Karma is a jada, inert. For it to operate, a Chedana is required. That Chedana Shakti is called Devata. Each Indriya has got each Devata. That Tattva Bodha is that. Jnanendriya, Karmendriya, 10 Devatas. That we will not go deeper. Now we will have some kind of discussion about Devata and the boss of Devata, that is Ishvara. So this is very important to totally accept these principles. Some logic I can give you, but if you accept it 100% without logic, it is best. Otherwise, some logic support I can give. See, the proof of the presence of God. So for that, what is God? Or who is God? See, people tell scientific proof, scientific proof, scientific proof. But science is what? When you analyze any science, scientist is here. So in our participant also, what is science? Lot of phenomena it analyzes, and investigation is there, data collection, verification, and making the laws. These laws are put as a curriculum for education. I am just simplifying one fraction of the science. So phenomena, physical phenomena, chemical phenomena, observe. Scientists observe that. When they observe, if there is no order, there will be a chaos in understanding, chaos. But there are scientists, there is science. That itself is the proof that these phenomena have got an order. How the order comes? It cannot come at random. When there is an order, there has to be an intelligence principle behind it. See, that is why these subjects are all for thinking people. Thinking people can never accept it can just by accident it can happen. We have all not seen Shakespeare. We have heard, I think we have heard, that is a famous poet or writer. So, in Vedanta we give an example. That is, there was nobody called Shakespeare. All his poems happened by accident. How can it happen by accident? Yeah. Why can't it happen? At that time, hundreds of years before, there were printing press were there. So in different printing presses, in each printing press will have lakhs of letters. Hundreds of A's, hundreds of B's, hundreds of C's, Z up to Z, capital and small. They were all put it in small columns of this thing, and composer will be there. We have seen, even in 1950s, 60s, 70s, I have visited the letter press. It's called letter press. Like this, there were letter press in UK or wherever Shakespeare was. And a bomb blast was there in all letter. Just I'm joking, okay? Don't take. This is what people don't believe in God. They tell there's no God and everything. How foolish it is, understand? Can anyone believe? Bomb blast happened in the letter press. So all these letters were blown, and they themselves formed as poems. This is what Julius Caesar, Macbeth, and other poems of Shakespeare. There was nobody called Shakespeare. Who will believe this? Can anyone believe? The same foolishness is to reject God. Okay, so this is what a thinking person is required. Then if anybody tells there is no God, that person is empty. That person himself does not exist. That's what. A person is able to speak because of Ishvara. Person able to tell God is there because God not accepting also because that activation of what? Intelligence is God only. So now this is what? One of the reason that to believe God. Nothing can happen accident. There are orders, general orders of development and general orders of destruction. GOD, general orders of development and general orders of destruction. How corona is developed, how tsunami is developed. They call development only because it is not that always it is good. It is both sides. So GOD is general orders. Physical order, chemical order, astronomical order, biological order,
Wait.
then physiological order.
Wait, some disconnection.
If I take one pin, is there intelligence behind it or not? How many intelligence is there, The material of the pin, the shape of the pin, designing, the intelligence behind the maker of the machine, and intelligence behind bringing it to the table from the manufacturer. When there are different intelligence principles, there should be a source of the intelligence principle. Take any item, it will be of multiple intelligence will be behind that. Unless otherwise there is a total intelligence principle, how a part can come? Just think over. The total intelligence principle only God. This is the way of understanding God. The total intelligence principle has to be there because of so many scientists, so many things are coming from where? If that water principle is not there, how there can be a rain? How there can be tanks, well, the source water, total space. Without total space, how a small container can be made? Without total space, how a building can be made? Building is made in a place and we are utilizing the space because there is a total space principle. When all these things are there, similarly there is a total intelligence principle. That's only God. Then God and Devata. For that there is an example. Is a government tangible? No. Government is not tangible, it is a principle. So, just like government principle is the divine principle. In that there is a head, Prime Minister, President. That is Ishvara, God. But it is not stopping with the Prime Minister and President. There are subordinates, state chief ministers or cabinet ministers. They are only Devatas. Individual portfolios. So Varuna Devata, Surya Devata, Indra Devata. This is the connection between Devata and the overlord. Overlord is Ishvara. So this is the way for a thinking person to understand God. Okay, this much is the analysis of this thing, that is action analysis. Then when we go to more information or discussion about Karma Yoga, we will go to the the introduction of Karma Yoga and comparison with the equal things for the purpose of our pursuit of self-knowledge. Spiritual pursuit is pursuit of self-knowledge, understanding yourself. For that, preparatory techniques. Karma Yoga is a part of preparatory technique, and other 40 aspects of whatever thing we circulated, that also. They are little interrelated also. So there I told you already one quality, Nityam cha samachitatvam ishta anishta bhavatishu. That is a part of Karma Yoga that we will discuss. Before that, compare the equivalence of Karma Yoga with a very interesting aspect which is there in Pujya Swami Dhyananda's home study. So I made some notes. So we will go through it. The chapter 3, sloka 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay.
अध्यायः अर्जुन उवाच ध्यायसीते कर्मणस्ते मता बुद्धिर्जनार्दन तत्किं कर्मणि घोरे मां नियोजयसि केशव.
Chapter 3, verse 1. Arjuna said, Janardana, that is Krishna, if in your contention knowledge is better than action, why then do you impel me into this gruesome action? Keshava, Krishna. That's the translation.
These 4 slokas we will cover very quickly. This is a comparison of the preparatory thing for Jnana Yoga. This is Jnana Yogyada, preparatory techniques. Jnana Yogyada, Adhigaritvam, prerequisites. Afterwards, Jnana Yoga. So here, that is, see the sequence of this Bhagavad Gita is very this thing. It requires a lot of this thing, involvement to analyze. So after the Karma Yoga main slokas of second chapter 47, 48, 49, 50, that is I am putting it after this. That is the Karmaniyavadhikarite. See now that one will come after this. This is coming after that. So that appearing to be a contradiction, it's Bhagavan knows everything. That's why he has put it, and I will tell you why the reason is like that when we start the actual teaching. So this goes up and down like a wave. So here, after listening second chapter, this is a complete of Bhagavad Gita, second chapter. First chapter is Arjuna Gita, that is Arjuna's lamenting. Then the second chapter, 11th sloka, please remember, that is Ashochan and Ashochatva. That is the teaching started. We have just touched it and we have come back. We have come to other things so that Ashochan sloka will be understood when we go back to the teaching. So after completing the second chapter from sloka 11 up to sloka 73, which has got everything of Gita, Arjuna is putting this question. If knowledge is more important, oh Krishna, Keshava, why are you asking me to do this gruesome action? Ghorema means terrible action of killing my grandfather and killing my cousins and killing my guru. Why you are telling me for jnana is better than yoga means? That is what this sloka says. Father Bhagavan says. This reply is little interesting. We will quickly go through, then we will go to Karma Yoga, that second chapter, 47 sloka. Yeah, third chapter, second sloka.
व्यामिश्रेणेव वाक्येन बुद्धिं मोहयदेव मे तदेकं वद निश्चित्य येन श्रेयोऽहमाप्नुयाम्.
Chapter 3, verse 2. With words that are seemingly contradictory, you seem to confuse my mind. Deciding for good which is better, tell me the one thing by which I shall gain liberation.
So I think we will continue the next one. Because it's getting, telling Lord Krishna, you are confusing me. So we will go to the next sloka also, third sloka.
श्रीभगवानुवाच लोकेऽस्मिन् द्विविधा निष्ठा पुरा प्रोक्ता मया नघ ज्ञानयोगेन साङ्ख्यानां कर्मयोगेन योगिनाम्.
Chapter 3, verse 3. Sri Bhagavan said, the sinless one, that is Arjuna, the twofold committed lifestyle in this world was told by me in the beginning. The pursuit of knowledge for the renunciates and the pursuit of Karma Yoga for those who pursue activity. That's the translation.
See, Lord Krishna like his childhood playing mischief, that we can see in many ways, and those who know, they can enjoy it. See how he brought Arjuna. He joined as a Parthasarathi, as a charioteer driver, and he wants to bring Bhagavad Gita. How he played the mischief? He brought Arjuna in between Drona and Bhishma. That is that when Arjuna gave order to Krishna. See, Arjuna gave order to Krishna in the first chapter. Take me to the main Lord Krishna could have taken any place where Duryodhana was there or someone. But why he took to Bhishma and Drona? Arjuna collapsed, nervous. He patushta sharire mein. Then Lord wants to give us Bhagavad Gita, which was given by Lord Vishnu to Sun God, then Ikshvaku Manu. This is the user manual. Okay, he wants to give to us. That is why Arjuna was a Partho Vatsa Sudhit Bhokta Duktam Gita Mritam Magat. That's what. Anyway, I will not deviate too much now. So now, you see this here, Bhagavan, when Arjuna collapsed, then when he was slightly better and have some dispassion in the Karpanya Dosha Bhagavato Bhava, next sloka, he started teaching Asosyan. But that was too much. So Arjuna was asking again this question, why are you asking me to fight when jnana is more important? That's what Asosyan is telling, no? That is a permanent solution for all problems. I told you, permanent, if there's at all, permanent solution is there, only one solution. So he started teaching, instead of advice and suggestions, he started the root cause Lord wants to remove. So he started teaching Asosyan, but Arjuna was not understanding. He is asking this question, or it's a drama to us, so that we will get the full Bhagavad Gita, because all are Lord's play, no? So Bhagavan is telling, for the knowledge to happen, the ground has to be prepared. So last week I circulated 4 points in WhatsApp. Everything important. I am just because I am enjoying while making it, but I am making it for you. How much preparation is required for each of the smallest thing, wearing a chappal and going out, to the launching of spacecraft. How much Chandrayaan, when they launched, how much preparation they did. So if each materialistic pursuit or project has got some preparation, this one project, the highest, there is no comparison at all. This takes you to a separate realm that you may not know at all now. That's what today I was discussing. That's a separate plane of reality. Nothing can touch you. It is a total plane. For that, how much preparation is required? Anything you should be prepared to do. That's what is going on. Now that qualities we circulated today morning also, and this Karma Yoga also. So at least increase your involvement in the preparation again. Then only you will be able to understand your own higher reality. You are going inward you. So these are all mind preparation and purification. So Bhagavan is telling, for that understanding, your mind should be prepared. This preparation can come through 2 paths. One is Sankhya, one is Yoga. Sankhya is sannyasa, renunciation. Now Arjuna is in the battlefield. Can he renounce anything? And Arjuna is Kshatriya. Can he renounce? He has to safeguard his people. And Arjuna is a family person. Can he renounce? Out of us also, most of us are, nobody sannyasi is here. Or nobody may go to sannyasa also. Either already grihastha or going to be a grihastha, family person. So, how can you adopt sannyasa? There are many things in this. So, I think Karma Yoga will take definitely one more class. So, that's what my wife also told. Need not hurry and everything. So, see, when human birth is formed, other living being will not discuss much. This has taken place with prarabdha karma and psychic impressions. It's called vasanas. We will slightly take our original words also. Vasana means nothing to do with you can forget the sambar, all the things. Don't bring that vasana here. That is nothing to do with here. This is psychic impression. Vasana, same spelling, V-A-S-A-N-A. Vasana means psychic impression. Prarabdha karma means that is the aliquot, the quantum which is taken from the Sanjita karma for this body. This body is made of Panchabhuta, general cause, and the specific cause is Prarabdha karma. That we will discuss little more when the format comes, 3 triangular format, Jiva Jagat Ishvara. We have already started Jiva Jagat Ishvara, the appreciation of God is Ishvara. and who is doing the doer is Jiva, and he is doing in the world. We have entered into this format. We will go deeper in the next class when we go to the actual teaching, but we are already in the Jiva Jagat triangular format. There only Karma Yoga takes place. So here, renunciation is out of question. So one way of preparing the mind is renunciation for understanding the self. Another is Grahastha Karma Yoga. The Grahastha's going to renunciation is very not exactly advocated, unless otherwise there is so much preparation on completion of all duty, and it can never happen as an escapism. Okay, so Grahastha going to renunciation sannyasa state is ruled out, it's not discussed. In here also not there. So Grahastha's most appropriate field is Karma Yoga. And Karma Yoga principle is such a good principle, you can neutralize your vasanas. Vasanas, how the actions are motivated, we already discussed, impeller. There, knower is there. Knower, how the knower is having so many desires? It is because of three things. One is vasana, one is will, one is world. Three things are there in the motivation of any desires. Desire to action. So desire itself comes because of vasana. Vasana means psychic impression. Will means, yes, I want to study this, I want to become this. You are making a resolution. And third is market. There are so many things market, they are attracting. Online purchase and everything by circulating, and also by TV. 50% of the TV things are. So that is world. Three things are giving desire. I mean, impelling the desires. So here we are discussing about the Karma Yoga principle. That is the good, means a very nice concept, beautiful concept. This is also an introduction. Okay, next time I will in Bhagavad Gita is there, Karma Yoga. Though in renunciation, Karma Yoga is cannot be very much active, because renunciation of action, actions are very much restricted. Even their duty is not there, and also means daily routine, puja and everything is restricted, only all things. So we will not, because there is nobody to listen to the renunciation and sannyasa here. So in family life, grahastha ashrama, society life, whether family is there or not, society life without sannyasa, normal life, is a very apt atmosphere for neutralizing the likes and dislikes. It is called, this word will come again. I am go on correcting these words to likes and dislikes when we are circulating, but that definitely it will escape my scrutiny and will come to you. They are called raga and dvesha. I don't know the raga, which ga and everything. So it is not of our Carnatic music. Anyway, the pronunciation is like that, but I don't want to tell which ga. Raga means likes. Dvesha means dislikes. Desirables and undesirables. We discussed in our Vedanta Simplified class, applied spiritual science. Getting and getting rid of. All these things are from that only. From here only we have this gone to that. So raga and dvesha will come. It will come to the notes also. So please don't ignore it. The English translation only likes and dislikes. So while discussing, we will sometime tell raga dvesha, sometime tell likes and dislikes. This likes and dislikes, how it come? Because of vasanas, because of will, because of world. So for neutralizing this raga dvesha, Karma Yoga, Grahastha life, family life, society life is the best field to neutralize. So that is why Karma Yoga is very important for normal Grahastha people, family people. Here only we can neutralize it. So this here means how to neutralize, what is the, here also we will analyze the action and everything in actual Karma Yoga. Before this, one more sloka is there, and we will have the fourth sloka of third chapter. This we have compared the sannyasa yoga, sannyasa Sangha Yoga and also Karma Yoga here in this third sloka, third chapter. Now fourth sloka is there. Nakarmanam anarambhat naishkarmyam purushochanate. Beautiful sloga. That is, inaction is not the solution. That we will see. We will listen that. And then
F8.
न कर्मणामणारम्भात् नैष्कर्म्यम् पुरुषोऽश्नुते न च संन्यसनादेव सिद्धिम् समधिगच्छति.
Chapter 3, verse 4. A person does not gain the state of actionlessness by non-performance of actions, nor does the person attain success, that is liberation, out of mere renunciation. Sannyasa. That's the translation.
see, now option Arjuna cannot run away from that, because he was in one of the sloka he is telling before this, in second chapter, I will relinquish all these things and go and ask and live a life of bhikshu, means in alms I will. So that's why now Krishna is tightening him. You cannot run away from, because that is another action. Only fighting is not an action. So nakarmanam anarambhat naishkarmyam purusham, because you cannot escape by relinquishing action. If not one action, you will take up another action. So that is, inaction is not the solution, is the answer, because already time is nearing, so we will not spend more time. The next sloka is very important sloka, but we have already discussed. That is a fortunate thing, because that sloka was the turning point in my life. Nahi kaschit chanamabi jadu tishtatya karmakrit karyade hevacha karma sarva prakriti jairgunai. Already told you, it is not there here. So that is the principle you can recollect. All the parts of our body are working helplessly. You may not know, it is changing. The cells are changing. Even during sleep, digestion is happening, respiration is happening, blood circulation is happening. Mind goes to subconscious or passive. Other things are happening. So that sloka already discussed, so I don't want to discuss too much. So it is not possible to take the course of inaction. It appears sitting tight is inaction. No, it is not inaction. Many things are working in our. So that is also ruled out. So with this, inaction is ruled out. Sannyasa is ruled out for Arjuna. So the leftover beautiful concept is only Karma Yoga. So Karma Yoga is starting in the second chapter, 47th sloka. Beautiful, one of the most popular sloka of Bhagavad Gita. Karmanye va adhikaraste ma paleshu kadachana. So that we will start it. Then I think we will continue that Karma Yoga in the next class. At least I think next class, full class will be required for Karma Yoga. So we will start it. Otherwise we will not be able to start also. We will start that sloka. Yeah. Second chapter, 47.
F8.
कर्मण्येवाधिकारस्ते मा फलेषु कदाचन मा कर्मफलहेतुर्भूः मा ते सङ्गोऽस्त्व कर्मणि.
Chapter 2, verse 47. Your choice is in action only, never in the results thereof. Do not think you are the author of the results of actions. Let your attachment not be to inaction. That's the translation.
So here we will have some introductory discussion, then take up in the next class. See, choice of action, expectation of result, so many things are here. So superficially we will discuss, and if necessary we will discuss deeply. So here, without expectation, who will do an action? So it is not that without any expectation you act. That is not so apt. In the course of discussion, one sentence may come, but don't give so much importance to that without expecting you do the job. So that is not very important. So it is there in our Vedanta also, without expectation, nobody doing action. So okay, that is, lot of things are there. While doing the action, you should not accept. Initially, you can, while planning, we can, that is MMT is there. So, why all these things? Because See the so samatvam, that's what I told you there. Nityam cha samachitatvam ishta anishtopapattishu, one of the qualification of the 13th chapter, 9-10 slokas. So that sloka is Karma Yoga, here it will be discussed. Samatvam. How can have the equanimity? Where to have equanimity? Samatvam. Equal mindset. Where can you have it? Can you have in the action equanimity? You cannot do morning to evening same action. No? Sameness in action. How can even for 5 minutes you cannot have same action? Then what about desires? Same desires? One full day? No. Then what? One life, how can it happen? Even 1 hour also very difficult. Okay, if you are sit down for praying Vishnu Sahasranama, 40 minutes you can have that desire. But after that coffee or breakfast, all those things will come. So sameness is not possible in action. Sameness is not possible in desires. Then sameness is not possible in the result also. Different action will give you a different result. Different desires will give different results. Where the samatvam is possible, where the sameness is possible, not in action, not in result, and not in desires. So only in one place it is possible. How to take the results? You can have some control only where you can have control, your mind. The perspective of taking the result of action is one of the aspects of Karma Yoga. Sameness in taking the result. Samatva in taking the result, in the perspective of the result. So that is what the main theme of Karma Yoga. First principle is the action should be legitimate. That is already told, and we are all like that. 90% legitimate action we do. In ahimsa and everything, some people may have different things. So 90% I am telling. You can increase to 100%, but sometimes it may be difficult. So dharmic action is the first base of Karma Yoga. All your action should be as per dharma. Dharma also we will discuss that reflection of God principle in your mind, conscience, manasakshi. So that is the first requirement of Karma Yoga. Your every action should be dharmic. Second is taking the result in samatva. How to take the result in samatva we can see in the next class. There the acceptance of Ishvara, God will help. Praying is different. Actual logic we will discuss. Interesting aspect of Karma Yoga. So it's around nearing 9 I think.
9:1.
So what we will stop here and end with the prayer. Then any question or not, questions may not be there. Any thing about this class you can tell, and give importance to WhatsApp circulation. And if we upload, my wife and daughter they are doing, give that one, because all I cannot tell. So many things are selected, chosen, picked up from many places in home study, and we are trying to put in the website. We will end the session. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudashyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.